Is that scared for you, baby? Am I scared for you? Is it scared for you, baby? Is it scared for you? You know the stranger is you. Is it scared for you, baby? I see you move.
Werewolves suck. Sure, they're easy to kill if you've got a silver bullet, but the next time you go hunting, please remember to bring some proper body armour with you, otherwise you'll end up like this. Look at me! I'm going to have to change my whole brand identity now. Then again, it might not necessarily be a bad thing. After all, how many online personalities that are also werewolves can you think of? But returning to the main topic at hand, tonight is Halloween night, so let's talk about the little artist that could, Wes Craven. There's no denying that Wes Craven was one of the greatest modern horror directors. Last House on the Left, The Hills of Eyes, A Nightmare on Elm Street, Swamp Thing, Scream. To say that he was responsible for some iconic flicks would be one hell of an understatement. And even though it's been 2 years since he passed away, Craven is still remembered to this day for introducing a whole new generation of teens to the most nightmarish of movie genres. But despite being an absolute legend, not all of Wes Craven's movies were masterpieces. And I'm not just talking about some of his more ill-advised installments to franchises that admittedly outstayed their welcome over time. I am referring to one of his most infamous cinematic letdowns, his failed attempt to revive the werewolf genre, Cursed. But just what is it about Cursed that makes it live up to its name? And is it really all Wes Craven's fault? Well, let's make a werewolf-based pun and find out for ourselves. Gee, you get bitten by a werewolf one time and all creativity just blows from your brain. Ugh. This is Poindexta, and this is Cursed. The movie opens with not one, not two, not even three, but 4 utterly useless cameos. Bowling for Soup, the foreign exchange student from American Pie, a sinner from the Moulin Rouge version of Lady Marmalade who no one remembers anymore, and Ellen's wife.
I see blood. So much blood. You two. You're both in danger.
You're both going to become disposable victims in a horror movie.
Beware the moon. It feeds in the moonlight.
You can't tell people this shit.
Oh, she's just angry because the fortune teller didn't cast a wacky mix-up spell on her to help her hook up with Chris Pine. Jenny, where are you? Get back here quickly before the film cuts to something completely different. Oops, too late. Oh, I'm sorry. We expected to see a werewolf movie? Not just yet, because we still need to meet one of our main characters and the true hero of this story, Zipper the dog. Aw, isn't he adorable?
Zipper! Hey, Zipper! Hey! Oh, there you are. I'm sorry.
Oh no, he's adorable.
Come here.
Oh my god. Jesse just always had that voice, didn't he? Believe it or not, this is actually just an origin movie for Lex Luthor, and you all thought the DC expanded universe was derivative of Marvel. By the way, did I mention that this movie was made in 2005? I only bring it up because someone forgot to tell these generic high school bullies.
Geek on his way to Fag Town? Look, I'm not gay. Bummer. You mean you're just an ass wimpwad for no reason?
And you're one of the love interests from the Gilmore Girls. Stop trying to be cool.
Boom!
Nice impression of a PG-13 horror film. Talk about pot versus kettle.
I think your dog is gay too.
He is? Quick, somebody call David Dakota. He'll finally be able to combine his 2 favourite movie genres. We're then introduced to Jimmy's sister Ellie, played by Christina Ricci, who's visiting her boyfriend Jake at a horror-themed nightclub.
Frankenstein's laboratory. Dracula's coffin. It's a sterling replica to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the Wolfman. It's donated by the Cheney estate.
Oh, Ellie, why give those dumb old films any more attention when the dark universe is just getting started? We swear!
I need some time and some space.
Okay, just call me when you feel like it. No pressure.
Well, that was a randomly sinister ending chord. It's almost like they're trying to imply that Jake is secretly evil or something. Yep, he's secretly evil.
For over an hour, I waited.
Yeah, well, most teenagers have friends who'd give them a lift home.
Oh, well, then I couldn't inconvenience you.
Not tonight, Jimmy. Look, can we just not...
Ah! A really bad jump scare! Ellie crashes into another car, whose driver just so happens to be one of the interchangeable brunette girls from earlier.
Do you smell gas? I smell gas. The car's gonna blow up.
No, the car's not gonna blow up.
Don't worry, the car's not going to blow up. You're just going to get eaten alive by a wolf. Wait. Jimmy tries holding on to the girl, like an idiot, but the wolf drags her away to her predictable demise. Although he and Ellie don't escape their ordeal completely unscathed either.
It took a bite out of your arm, but you didn't see it at all?
It all happened so fast. It was dark.
Hold on a minute, is that Ron Swanson? Holy shit, Ron Swanson's in this movie! Or rather his actor, but still, shame he's only in this one scene. Yeah, that's only because if this were a film about Ron Swanson fighting werewolves, the battle would be over in a matter of seconds.
Any dog under 50 pounds is a cat, and cats are pointless.
Zipper? What's wrong? Hey, smell, it's just me. Hey! Hey, look what you did. It's enough with the biting.
Well, that was a stupidly downplayed reaction to your beloved pet dog trying to attack you. I expected a lot more out of Jesse Eisenberg than this.
We saw a girl get torn apart.
So you want to talk about the bear or the mountain lion?
I didn't see what you saw. I'm sorry. Oh, come on, Jimmy. I'm trying here.
I'm trying to act here, Jesse. Why can't you do the same? Also, Jimmy and Ellie's parents are dead. I guess that's supposed to represent how emotionally dependent they are on each other while still being alone in the world or something. Oh, who cares? Time for an epic research montage. Wow, check out those primitive looking web pages. If only there was a way to contact people for more information about werewolves, like an online address book with everyone's faces. A social network, if you will. Why, Jim boy, you could even star in an Aaron Sorkin movie about its creation, and I just came up with the perfect title for it. Steve Jobs. It's a work in progress. Why do we even have that clock? It's too ironic. Christina! I have returned! Can I still keep you?
Ellie, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you.
What are you doing here?
I needed to talk to you. I found the extra key under the mat. I'm really sorry.
Look, dude, why don't you just wear a post-it note in front of your shirt saying, I'm a werewolf from now on? It would save me from repeating myself a lot in this video. This is the second movie in a row on this show with an It Was All a Dream cop-out scene. Thankfully, there's no anger-inducing Steve Carell cameo, although we do get an annoyance-inducing homage to a better werewolf film. You, sir, are no David Norton. Jimmy is convinced the creature that attacked them last night was a werewolf, but Ellie doesn't agree.
What would a werewolf be doing in LA? Shouldn't it be off in the countryside somewhere, terrorizing helpless maidens?
I don't know, maybe it's a hip werewolf. You know, the maidens come here with perfectly implanted breasts.
Oh, Wes Craven, just because meta-humor worked in New Nightmare and the Scream franchise doesn't mean it's gonna work here. Besides, Ellie's got enough problems already without having to worry about wolves. She has to go to work with a generic nice guy who's a crush on her, and a generic bitchy girl who talks to her in a condescending way.
I heard that you're dating Jake Taylor, is that true? I hope it's nothing serious.
Why not?
I guess it was only a matter of time before he got to you. He always did prefer the vulnerable.
Wow, Jake seems like a real lady killer. I mean, he must be an animal in the bedroom. But seriously, guys like him are only hungry for one thing. But in Jake's case, he's hungry like the wolf. I've got all night.
What smells so good?
Oh my god, it's blood! Ah, totally did not see that coming. That twist was almost as predictable as all the foreshadowing surrounding Jake.
Anything would get too close or too serious, I would just run away. For a variety of reasons that I can't even begin to go into.
One of them being that I'm a werewolf. Obviously.
Well, hi there, remember me?
No, Maya, no one remembers you anymore. So I guess Jake really is a cat, which makes Ellie so upset she doesn't even bat an eye when Scott Bauer hits on her. Now, there's a sentence I never expected to say on this show.
Oh, you're a beautiful girl. I mean, you've got this aura thing happening. I just can't quite put my finger on it.
Not when you can use your whole hand.
Actually, I think the reason why Ellie doesn't look bothered is because she's already planning to sick Rose McGowan on him on Twitter later. Soon his already fainting career will be as dead as this chick. Now let's talk about the werewolf effects in this movie, because in all honesty, they're not actually that bad. There's a decent balance between practical effects and CGI, the former of which looks incredibly realistic, while the latter is only used when necessary, and the chase scene itself is also very well done. For the most part. Let's just say that even if the monster in your film looks awesome and scary, doesn't mean that it will always be the case, especially when your dramatic death scene for one of your characters also includes moments like this.
Boingy, 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 boing.
Oh no, random chick! You're dead! Oh, you were such a memorable character. The way you once slept with that guy and wore a leopard costume. Oh, timeless, absolutely timeless. Janet Leigh in Psycho has nothing on you. For some reason, I really love this scene where Jimmy discovers that he's had a 5-point mark on the palm of his hand since the attack and actually feels the need to draw the pentagram with a Sharpie, just in case the spooky, scary symbolism wasn't already made clear to the audience.
When do we sprout hair and pointy ears?
It's a little sketchy, but maybe never. Maybe tomorrow. The experts can't really agree on that one.
Neither can the screenwriters, apparently.
Last night was difficult. Okay, the wreck, the girl dying, it brought up a lot of stuff.
No.
And I know
Ellie, don't start with that, okay? This has nothing to do with Mom and Dad.
I miss them too.
Hey, we have dead parents, remember that? Please accept this expositional dialogue as a worthy substitute for actual character depth. But then Jimmy gets some uninvited visitors outside his window. Yet in all honesty, who wouldn't want to go outside late at night to play with doggies? Killjoy.
Shut up!
What the fuck? No. Can we go back to that part, please? I have seen a lot of things on this show. I have seen gay dogs humping, Jamie Lannister getting molested by a man in drag, and McFly trying to act. But up until this moment, I ain't never seen Jesse Eisenberg howling.
Have you ever heard the wolf cry to the blue corn moon?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have officially reached Grandma's PhD levels of Jesse Eisenberg OTT. It may fail being dramatic when it's really just dumb and cheesy, but that's what makes it so worth the suckiness. Now, normally I would never actively encourage people to seek out a movie such as Cursed, but if there's any justice on the internet, I beg of you, please make the howl of the iceberg into a meme. It's the one thing I ask, and it's really not much at all. Just look at him! You go, you little wolfy wallaby! You go, Jesse Eisenberg! I have fun on this show. But then that fortune teller from the beginning ambushes Ellie at work the next day and makes her realise that she might indeed be a werewolf after all.
Don't let this get up fool you. I'm not a joke. I've got the gift. I blame my mother. Look, I'm not trying to freak you out, but you've been infected.
Oh my god, you've totally been cursed. My modern dialogue is so relatable.
The beast is human, too. Don't forget that. It's closer to you than you think.
Yes, the beast could be literally anyone close to her. How about her boyfriend? Ooh, that foreshadowing. Jimmy decides to try out for the school's wrestling team, despite the fact that he looks like a cross between emo Peter Parker and a Peruvian guinea pig. But wait, he's a werewolf now, and this must be a wacky teen movie subplot, which can only mean one thing: a Beating the Bullies montage! Revenge of the Nerd. Revenge of the Nerd. Revenge of the Nerd. This sequence is absurd. And now that we're done plagiarising another classic werewolf movie, here's some more awkwardness.
Ouch, damn it. Look.
What happened? Do you have a tissue?
Gee, Christina Ricci gets into some strangely fetishistic situations involving other celebrities in this film. First we got Scott Bauer awkwardly hitting on her, now she's sucking Craig Kilborn's finger for no real reason, even if it is supposed to help establish her newly discovered bloodlust, as if that other scene from before didn't already exist. But yeah, whoever gave this script the green light must have really wanted her to reenact their oddly specific fantasies. Which reminds me, who did produce this movie anyway? Well, this review just became fucking awkward. I suppose I'll just have to continue watching the movie, even if I'll probably spend the remainder of it worrying about Christina Ricci's safety during its production. I mean, just look at her. She's thrown up in the bathroom even as I speak.
Can I help?
Well, on second thoughts, I guess she can take care of herself. Wednesday Addams, the puberty years. Still better than the Broadway show. Then again, even that was better than this blatantly obvious setup towards Jake being the main villain.
A girl was killed. She was ripped apart. I know it sounds crazy, but I think it was a werewolf.
Gee, why did you cut to Jake just there? That's an interesting choice on the editor's part. I'm sure that it means absolutely nothing.
Jimmy, I think you just need to calm down. I think the best thing we can do is just call your sister, get her down here, and maybe the three of us should just sit down and discuss it.
I swear to God, me turning out to be a werewolf was more surprising than Jake. Not even Peter Petrelli could save this sinking ship.
Whoa. What are you doing? I'm gay. I just can't keep it in anymore.
Oh, I see. The only reason he was teasing Jimmy was because he was secretly in love with him. How romantically moronic. So what's the moral of this subplot, people? All homophobic bullies are secretly closeted, and apparently all newly out gay men have no sense of personal space. I really should be more offended by this movie's unsubtle and insensitive portrayal of homosexuality, but then again, it can't be any lamer than this other film ostensibly related to Wes Craven.
Dipper, drop it. Hey, no, drop it. Hey, come on.
Zoom, motherfucker, zoom!
I guess after biting Jimmy earlier and tasting his blood, Zebra's turned into this kinda sorta werewolf, so his owner makes a run for it. Don't leave Zipper behind, you son of a bitch! He may be a poorly rendered CGI demon doggo, but that poorly rendered CGI demon doggo is your responsibility. Remember kids, a lycanthrope is for life, not just for Halloween.
Ellie, please.
I see you, Milan! I see you!
You knew those girls, Becky and Jenny. They're both dead.
I know, but Ellie, I can explain everything. Ellie!
Oh my God, he has the mark too? What a motherfucking coincidence! For Unfortunately, Ellie refuses to indulge Shake's sympathetic antagonist nonsense and drives off to meet Jimmy, the ex-bully, at the nightclub from the beginning. You know, the one where Jake works at. Oh, I'm sure they'll have a wonderful time. Partying, drinking shots, not bumping into the one person they're actively trying to avoid.
Jimmy, you seen Ellie?
Oopsie daisy! The gang tries to escape due to Bro Shaker through the conveniently placed Hall of Mirrors, which in my opinion is only in this film because all the reflections make everything look cool and artsy.
Ellie. Please, Ellie, don't be afraid.
Stay away from me, Jake.
But it wasn't me.
Bullshit!
Hello, sound department? I think you need to chill out with the fade effect on every line of dialogue. I literally can't tell who's talking to whom right now. And the slowly fading lights aren't helping either. Plus, what's with the audio quality? It's almost as bad as mine. Jake admits to Ellie that he is indeed a werewolf, but not the same one who attacked her and Jimmy or killed those girls. Yet for someone who's apparently innocent all along, he still acts all sinister around Ellie like he's planning to eat her. And not in a fun way, am I right?
I love you.
Fuck this shit! I'm a werewolf! This movie's supposed to be about me, remember?
Jimmy! Jimmy!
Oh, and Ellie's co-worker who had a crush on her from earlier also briefly shows up. Only to die 30 seconds later.
Jimmy?
Aww, he was almost as relevant to the story as Leopard Print Chick. But then we find out the true identity of the big bad wolf.
Showtime.
Beetlejuice!
Jake, with a catch.
Oh my god.
Jake didn't want me. And if I can't have him... well, you know how that line goes.
Oh, I see. We're doing this bullshit. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. And hell have no idiocy like dumbass male writers who don't know how to give female villains a proper motivation aside from their failure at heterosexual monogamy. After the world's first all-dog cat fight, Jake offers to help the literal bitch control her power, but she just wants him all to herself.
I am not gonna kill her. I promise. I'm just gonna rip her to shreds and let her choke on her own blood.
Flames on the side of my face.
But the she-wolf kicks Jake aside and decides to go back to hunting our protagonists. And then we get to the most half-assed werewolf transformation scene ever. A PS2 cutscene! I'm so scared! This leads to an epic wolf-on-wolf showdown, which ends with Ellie making her choke on the silver wolf head from the cane in the Wolfman. The cops soon arrive on the scene and shoot the creature dead for realsies.
Shot the shit out of this.
Really?
You're gonna need a forklift. This thing is huge.
Well, that was pointlessly gratuitous, but it's a horror movie, so whatever. And at least it's finally over. I said, at least it's finally over. Cursed? You can stop now. It's okay. That was a perfectly serviceable final act. You don't need to carry on with the story. Why are you carrying on with the story? So Ellie and Jimmy return home to find that not only has all their shit been fucked with, but that their little lupine problem isn't over yet.
Jake!
Oh, hi, Jake. Isn't your character arc supposed to be over? What are you doing here?
You have to help me stop
Ellie,
it!
it's not really that simple. But you have nothing to worry about. This is how we can be together. You need this, Ellie. You need me.
Oh, I see. You really were the villain all along. As predictable as that was, it's great to know that all those dramatic revelations from before suddenly mean jack diddly squat. Anyway, a full moon is on the horizon, which means that Ellie and Jimmy are destined to become werewolves permanently unless they kill the wolf that bit them. Which just so happens to be Jake. So, fuck that female werewolf from before, this is the real version of events.
Look, I don't want you to worry about your brother, okay? After all, there's only room for one alpha male.
Actually, the concept of alpha males in wolf packs has since been scientifically disproven. But you're just Hollywood Wolves and you don't care what I have to say, do you? Okay, I'll shut up now. This is for turning me into a werewolf. This is for trying to kill me and my brother. And this is for stealing Joey away from Dawson, motherfucker!
It's over.
Are you sure? You were a little off on that whole I had to break the curse thing.
No, the book's kind of glossed over that part.
Uh-huh.
Chill with the post-battle banter, Joss Whedon. You two almost died. But nothing compares to the biggest and best ending revelation in all of cinema. Zipper is okay! Yay!
Brooke.
Hey, remember me? I was in this movie once, and I'm still alive too! Yay! We're a couple now for some reason. But don't get too excited, people, because if there's anything I've learned from watching Wes Craven movies, it's that the sappy, happy endings are usually followed by a sudden twist, reminding us that the monster is still out there and probably won't be defeated until it stops being profitable. Or it could just end there, I guess. I'll give Craven some credit for not trying to turn his werewolf film into another cash cow horror franchise, but this ending is still so suspiciously saccharine. I really was expecting some sort of sequel bait. Then again, if I ever had to sit through a cursed cinematic universe, I'd probably throw myself under a full moon and destroy my humanity in a heartbeat. That was Cursed, and what else is there left to say about it? The acting is so-so, the effects are competent enough yet all over the place, and the story is too hokey to be enjoyable even in a popcorn flick kind of way. Yet the badness of this film is nothing compared to the badness of its production. The script for Cursed was written all the way back in 2000 and was originally about three strangers joining forces after a car accident and subsequent werewolf attack. This seems like a simple premise and had potential to get modern audiences interested in werewolves again, so naturally Wes Craven was brought on board to direct. However, the film was eventually postponed for over a year due to production and script issues, and during this time, many celebrity cast members, such as Mandy Moore, Corey Feldman and Heather Langenkamp, were cut out entirely, and even the big names that remained in the story only made things even more confusing. For example, Ellie worked some other crew of the Late Late Show with Craig Kilborn, yet by the time the movie finally came out, Kilborn was no longer the host of the show and had been replaced with Craig Ferguson. And despite previously telling Wes Craven that he was happy with the original version of the film, Bob Weinstein changed his mind at the last minute and demanded that the whole thing be reshot with a completely different plot, as well as a new ending. Yeah, remember that ridiculously long climax of Jake attacking Ellie and Jimmy at their home? That wasn't even supposed to be in the film. No wonder it felt so damn forced. And just to rub even more salt on the wound, Dimension cut Cursed down to a PG-13 instead of its planned R rating. After all, we wouldn't want this horror movie about werewolves to be too gory. We still need to sell this crap to dumb teenagers. Needless to say, Wes Craven was not happy with the final product and would later describe his experience working on the movie as 2.5 years of my life for a film that wasn't anything close to what it should have been, and admitted that the one thing he learned from Cursed was not to do something for money. And the one thing that I learned from Cursed was not to waste Halloween watching a god-awful train wreck of a movie that probably would have even turned out that way if it weren't for the Weinsteins. So fuck you, Harvey! You used your position to prey on innocent women for years, and you helped fuck up a Wes Craven movie. Okay, maybe the rape thing is worse, but oh, whatever. This is Poindexta, and this is the reason why Weinstein sucks. Crying out loud. Stupid fucking werewolf costume. Christ. Still got some fluff on my fingers too. Oh, yeah. I wasn't really a werewolf. It was only pretend.